Greetings, welcome to West Green. It's Man of an Alien Silver Supermanium. Is Station Master West Green. Feel better now. Oh dear. Welcome to part 4 of my DJH O-gauge. What am I building? Yes, a Thompson B1 with a 4,200 gallon group standard LNER tender. And meanwhile, to quote Spike Milligan, meanwhile, the furniture, let's get it right. Meanwhile, the curtains, the blinds were drawn. But the furniture, that's real. Oh, it's unreal focus in it. Come on. Meanwhile, services will be resumed as soon as possible. All thanks to the BBC One. Anyway, no. So this is part 4. Sorry I jest, I've got to have a bit of a laugh. Keeps me from going nutty. Which brings me on to this more serious thing. This is why I'm building this loco. I did nothing for 8 months, probably a year. Just procrastinated. Got into a bit of a dark headspace, if you know what I mean. And so last Sunday I thought, you know what, I'm just not going to sit on my bum. I'm going to go and do something. And I think sometimes these are conversations what had to be had because everyone thinks someone else is okay. Well, there's probably a lot of people like that out there. And the pills I take, they're terrible. Along with all the other pills I take. Anyway, enough of that. That's the serious bit. So, here's my group standard tender. Carrying on from last time. I learned a lot about these tenders. But anyway, there's a smaller plate what went over there, went right over the top of the tank filler. But the loco I want to build is got a higher one and it's moved forward. According to one source, the isinglass drawing, they were moved 1 foot 10 and God knows how many inches, but I've made it 14 mil because I don't want to get down to parts of a millimetre and I'm just, who's going to know? So what have I done? I'm using the process of elimination, get rid of the parts and you can see more. So I put these, there is a vent, it goes in there. There is also there are 2 lifting eyes going there. They're the white metal ones, they're down there. And there's the tank filler and the dome, what goes over it for the water scoop. These I put on with, where's that, sodding glue? Oh yes, this is solder paste, grey solder paste. I got this from JCar here in Australia, but whatever. And then just put some paste there, put your soldering iron on and wait for it to heat up. But like all things, these soldering irons, they can be a bit of a pain in the bum, you can't get enough heat. So I've got this resistance one, which when you put it on a metal thing on there, creates a circuit. And when I press the foot switch, you can hear it. Oh, you love that 50 hertz hum. Anyway, so what I've done is I'm going to suit, there's the lifting eyes, and there's his vent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to super glue those on, but I'm going to glue with epoxy these, and hopefully it will spill out, create a nice seal around the outside, let it dry, and when it goes a bit plasticky, I will pull it off. Anyway, I'll be back shortly. Hope you like my Spike Milligan joke. Nothing I say is original, you know that. So as you can see, I've put this on. I've also put the lifting rings on. They're just super glued in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the tank filler and the dome. So what I do is I mix up some araldite So I've got some old cheap old epoxy adhesive. I don't think it's a 5-minute stuff, but which is a bit of a shame. I think I'll go and buy some more. I like the 5-minute stuff. So let's just put a bit on there. Times like this. There we go. Let's put that down and mix this up. I really like the aerolite idea because it creates, if there's any unevenness, it creates a seal. And once it starts to go dry, or what I call plasticky, if you've got for 5-minute stuff, it's normally after about 10 minutes you've got time to have a nice cup of tea. And then you get a craft knife and you just peel it off. I use that with chimneys. Not my idea. I think old Tony Wright come up with it. Anyway. So, there's my clock. Put a bit on that. Now, let's get that out of the way. Put that there. And it goes that way. That's the way it goes. So put it in the hole. God. Oh, where's the hole? There we go. And you've got time to adjust it. That's alright. You can see where it's spewed out. Well, you leave that. As I said, a craft knife will get it off. So, a bit more. More than that. You want it to, it's good for domes and stuff. Smoke box doors. And it doesn't matter. So, you can see it's just, there's not too much out of that. It doesn't matter how you get that, if it's that way or not, it's round. So, as my old mate, or in my imagination, old Fred Llewellyn Jones would say, Jones the steam, there you have it, my friend, there you have it. So just leave that now. That's it. I'm not going to do any more tonight, because, why? Oh yeah, we're going to have a bottle of bubbly, get in the spa, that sort of stuff. That's it. I'll be back. Oh, it's moving. So I've got the, I've cleaned all this up, which I'm pretty pleased with. The next job I'm going to do, it's a job I've never been looking forward to. I've got to put these cast white metal bunker sides in. This is still not fixed, I've just tack soldered that. But, because this is white metal and you normally solder white metal to white metal with low melt solder 70 degrees, so, but I'm soldering to brass, so you have to trick, I know most people know this, but you have to solder, you have to trick the white metal or the solder to thinking this is white metal. So what you do is you tin where you're going to solder, and then you can put this in, and then you can use white low melt solder. Now this is my flux. Okay, it's not Colgate, it's just a bottle. There's a third rust converter in it and 2/3 water. This is phosphoric acid. I got this on Bunnings here in Australia, but I'm sure it's the same everywhere. It's called Bondel Rain-X Rust Buster. And I think it tells you there, hazardous phosphoric acid solution. Certainly not cheaper than buying little bottles of piddly Cars products. It's cheaper. It'd be cheaper sold them with single malt whiskey. But anyway, so that's what I do. So I'll daub it on there. This is the flux. Let's hope it goes all right. There you go. So, as you can see, I've tinned there, tinned there, tinned everywhere, so I can put those in. I've got 3 soldering irons I use. I'll just show you. Oh, hold on. So I've got 3. I've got a temperature controlled soldering station which I use for the white metal. That's that one there. I've got this. This is an El Cheapo, lesser part of Asia. Chinese made rubbish. It's a switchable 40-80 watt. 80 watts really good, especially if you're doing stuff like that when it needs a lot of heat. You're not going to use some piddly iron. And then of course I've got this RS resistance soldering unit, which is sold on the plate, and you use that, and you can use it with a foot switch, and you just turn it up. Love the noise it makes. Yeah, this 50 hertz hum, about 60 amps going through it. Sounds like there's some. It sounds like they're sending someone to the chair in America. Only it's 60 hertz over there. Anyway, it's another story. So, but I use that for things like overlays. Like, see this here? That's a little, well, not the white metal. That's an overlay. And so what I do is I use this, and I use this stuff, solder paste, or cream, whatever. Put it on, hit the iron on, it fizz, wham, bump, and away it goes. Anyway, yeah, pretty pleased with it. Getting there. Well, a bit more work. Time for a clean up, I think. I seem to have to do it every day or every couple of days. So I put in the I knew I wasn't going to enjoy this job, but you can't enjoy everything. So I put all these on, and now I'm happy with all the way they've got on. I put on the white metal bunker sides. Not a job I enjoyed. And I had a gap, a fairly big gap. I had to do some soldering, and there was a lot of over. I don't know if you can see it, but there was a lot. There still is a bit of. It was very thick at the end, but anyway, it doesn't show. So I filled it with white metal solder. I'm just going to do a bit of filing down. And as someone in the group said, who I admire for his workmanship, he said, "Don't worry, you're going to fill it with coal anyway." So, but it's just that thing within me which says I've got to do a perfect job. I've always wanted to build a brass model where I could not that I would just build it in brass and display it, but I'd like to build a model and just leave it in shiny brass as a display model, almost like you see on the Martin Finney sites, or and you see it and you think, how did they do that? Have they glued it together? But anyway, perfect. Oh, one thing I did do, see these things here? I had one there. I lost it. Come off, I'll never find it again. So, a bit frustrating. So what I'm going to do, I've got this piece here, small piece of brass. I'm going to cut that to size, and I'm going to punch some rivets in it and put it on. once it's painted, bloke on a galloping horse isn't going to notice the difference, is it? So let's hope there's a lot of critical Roman models on galloping horses. No, I just got to satisfy myself. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there, and once it's all painted, it'll be fine, hopefully. So, it's a Monday night. 7 days since I started the project, whatever. So, what have I been up to? I've promised myself I won't start the actual locomotive. I put on the beading, which is 0.7mm wire, and you tack solder it round. But of course, what you've got to do, what they don't tell you to do, the wire is very, very springy. So I've got this, what do I call it? It's used for making creme brulees, you know, a caramelised sugar. And so I annealed the wire to soften it and started soldering, bending it round, tack soldering. So look, it's not too bad. I've got a lot of cleaning up. I've still got the fillets, the ribbing to put down there. There's ribbing to go there. I put the ones on the back. I put the strengtheners, whatever you call it. I put them on the front, but I've got bucket loads of cleaning up to do. And sometimes I realise I just feel like I just don't cut the mustard. I don't know why I say that, but I do. Anyway, I'm getting there. So slowly, and you know, I suppose I get frustrated with my efforts. I get frustrated with the fact that my eyesight's not as good. Perhaps I better give O gauge away and go up to gauge 3. No, I do the best I can. That's it. So, yeah. Steve here, back in the O gauge lunatic asylum. Boy. So I've had my basic tender, but it's always fiddly jobs, like, you know. But test your patience, test your skills, your eyesight, test all the things I just don't have. Like I've been putting these little fillets or gussets in. And you can hold them with the pliers, and they're just difficult. And then I've got 4 this side, which are smaller. And then I put the steps on. They're supposed to be little brackets that go underneath. They're that small. Hang on, let's see if I can find one. I probably lost it. So there's one of the gussets. Look, 2mm. But by the time I hold it on with the pliers, I can't even get a soldering on it into it. All I can say is anyone who puts these on must be damn good. So my wife wanted to do what I was talking to. I'm mad. I'm doing a video. My wife can't show you her face. No. She'd be embarrassed. Or I'm embarrassed her. So I'll put these on. So I'm doing my best. I really am. And paint and primer is going to cover up a lot of sins, I think. Oh God, don't you? Having fun. Here's a little lights. These lamp brackets. I'm not even too certain they're all way go yet. Anyway, look. That's it. Steve, here, live, well, down under. Well, I'm back. Be honest, I've been a bit frustrated with it because sometimes I realise I'm just not that good. And so here's my model, warts and all. But then again, you know, if I think about it, there's so many things I'm not good at, you know. I play bass, and I'd love to be able to play like John Entwistle. But I don't, and I never will. But I suppose, you know, it's hard not to compare yourself with someone at times. So I put these lamp brackets on, and these lamps. I put these on with, what's this stuff here? Loctite, Powerflex. Like all these things, details are so fiddly. When I clean it to paint it, you're going to watch you don't get a bit overzealous and something breaks off. It happens. I know. I've put the what I call it, these little fillets, gussets, call it whatever you like. I'll put those on both sides. I'm just filling in detail now. So that's it for this part. I've had enough. Oh well. That's it. I'll be back. Maybe I need old Supermanium. It always makes me happy. Oh, blimey. Supermanium, I am here, my friend, for you. Oh, I feel better already.